Tony Allcock now looking to follow that very good bowl of Peter Belliss. No, Peter Belliss still holding the shot.
Good second for England, though. It's a good defensive bowl. Belliss will do well to put 3 bowls inside that. I'm not saying that he won't. Well, that's not what Peter Belliss wanted at all. He's opened the road to the jack on that backhand now. Tony Allcock will be much more confident about drawing it with his second delivery.
Bit of dead drawing required by Tony Allcock. Not easy. 2 seconds. But the shot held by Peter Belliss. This match being played to 21 ends. We're playing the 6th at the moment. There's been at least 6 replays of ends, and New Zealand lead by 6 shots to 1. And it looks like it could be another counter to Peter Belliss and New Zealand lying 2. Now that's a handy position for New Zealand, that Tony Allcock can't go bowls. He may go one, but he certainly can't go both.
Each skip 1 bowl to play. Peter Belliss holding 1, possibly 2. Belliss has played this end much better than Allcock. Allcock has tended to be short with all his bowls. Now let's see if Belliss can make it 3. Just got a little slip there off his own front bowl. They're looking to see if it is in the count. Looking at Rowan Brassey, who's now inspecting the head. He's got a very good eye. He's not telling anybody who has the shot. Here's the situation. So I think possibly Belliss may have gone too far. He may only have 1 and a measure. Anyhow, here's Allcock playing the last bowl of this, the 6th end. He's given it much more green this time, but he's also given it much more weight.
David Bryant has already taken 1 out. It'll be a measure for 2. Rowan Brassey to measure. Closest New Zealand bowl. Remember, 1 has come out, so New Zealand have 1. Now he'll measure that against the England bowl. It's very tight. He'll remeasure. He's remeasured the England bowl. Looks like, dare we say it, New Zealand's now David Bryant will have his turn.
Certainly looked there like a thicker touch on the New Zealand bowl. Brassey had his measure taut on the red. Bryant, no hesitation, gives the shot there to New Zealand. That's 2 to them.
So with those 2 shots on the 6th end, New Zealand now lead and stretch their lead from 8 shots, as you were, from 8 to 1.
Rainwear coming on, umbrellas going up, another passing Henderson shower, another brilliant opening bowl from Rowan Brassey.
Those viewers who may have just joined us, in the triples final played this morning between New Zealand and Scotland, a real neck-and-neck tussle it was before New Zealand ran out the winners, taking the gold medal. That's Ian Dickerson, Morgan Moffat and Phil Scotland, beating Scotland by 18 shots to 15. Now this afternoon in this pairs final, it's New Zealand leading by 8 shots to 1.
Great bowl from Bryant.
Well, as I said earlier, anyone else, I think, other than David Bryant, would be totally intimidated by Rowan Brassey's dazzling drawing display. It says a lot for David Bryant and his years of experience and his temperament that he's still battling away.
Oh, look at this bowl. Just fails to come around the English shortish bowl. And it's not very short at that either.
Tony Allcock has asked David Bryant to come up and have a look at the head. He's going to play a little on the narrow side.
Just coming inside.
Here Tony Allcock say just a yard, David. Just on the narrow side. We just push the New Zealand bowl through. It's Kerry Clark leaning against the fence there, just by Rowan Brassey. That's the New Zealand team manager, incognito, dark glasses, watching this great encounter between 2 of the best draw players in the world.
Bryant there playing it with very sensible weight indeed. The bowl not achieving its object, but passing the head and finishing well. A key bowl, that back bowl of Bryant's.
Brassey being asked to play to the back of the head, and since his bowls seem magnetized to the jack, I wonder if he knows just how to do that.
David Bryant again just on the narrow side, trying to push that New Zealand bowl through. There's a gap there for it, and has he got it? He has.
Great bowl from the master.
And they say that these fast greens in New Zealand are draw drive greens, but we're seeing not just good drawing and driving, but those good controlled weight shots as well. That was a perfect bowl.
It is said of that man on the right of your picture, now on the left, that he is the Bradman of bowls. The Bradman of bowls, and that perhaps is the highest compliment anybody can be paid.
Vodka?
Yeah, it will do.
Talking cricket for a moment, it was a great pleasure to meet Bert Sutcliffe in the Pro-Am event which preceded this World Tournament. The great man from cricket turned his hand to bowls, and he's a pretty fair bowler, you know.
Well, very well, Tony. Well,
Yes, possibly New Zealand only one down. England shot bowl to the right of the jack. That will perhaps dictate Belliss's method of playing this, his second bowl.
And there's a nice shot on too for Peter Belliss, just to touch the front New Zealand bowl, which would push the England bowl on to the jack, and there are 3 New Zealand catches behind that.
And now, of course, there are 4. Belliss just slipping through
yes.
a yard. Yes, Doug, the plant onto the jack is very much in New Zealand's favour, as long as the jack doesn't go too far.
That's right, it's very delicate. Tony Allcock, I believe, David, is one of the champion outdoor players indoors. That's confusing, I know, but it's outdoor bowls played indoors in England, as they do.
Well, that's right. Indoor bowls is very big in England now. It's there are 300 odd stadiums in England where they play full-size bowls on carpets 40 to 44 yards long.
Yes, when we refer to indoor bowls here, you know, 40,000 people say, you mean carpet bowls. No, we don't mean carpet bowls in that sense in New Zealand. It's this game played indoors.
Indeed, the proper game of bowls, if you like, the grown-up version. And one in which there are very big prizes to be won these days. When we go back to the UK in a couple of weeks, the World Indoor title will be played, and the winner